Then we're on the Marcellus and Breen, the Grumpy Old Men, and Derek Boltz and Bobby Day, the Stars and Stripes. They're older than us.
Yeah, I'm only 44. So they are. Stars.
Breen's racking up the first one, and the Scotch doubles race to 5, race to 2
That's too loud.
Isn't it behind the line?
I knew that. Let's say we knew that. All the sound over there.
Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. No, we're getting ready.
No, I know. I'm just saying, because I watched this.
Nasty leaves.
Try it.
Then
Yeah. I tried this. It's not even good. Oh, choice.
Chris Torres. No, this is not the match. This kind was one that's stated for we're bringing in this special edition of a free match for your entertainment.
Well, I got officially use that up.
I said
Just like Breen around the cricket show. These old boots, when the winds are bitter cold, I know this love of ours will hold these old boots. I take it out.
Green fire.
I clean it too good.
I was gonna go for the first
Someone's got to hit the rail. The 11 did hit the rail. Nice shot.
Go out, bud.
No video replay assist needed on that one. Oh, the great Bruce Hagee has joined us. Merry Christmas, Bruce. Merry Christmas to all the viewers. It's not telling me everyone and every second. Boltzy makes a great shot on the 2, and this could be curtains in the first rack here. If Bobby can just make this and leave the cue right between those other 2 stripes, he'll have a good shot over. And he does just that, and Boltz has a perfect look at the 8, and this one's looking to be over, ladies and gentlemen. And Boltzy rolls the 8 in, and it's 1-0, Stars and Stripes. We're going to take a brief pause here. All right. Alright, Breen's got a long shot, but it's a straight shot on the 7 ball. See if he can stay down. Ooh, yes, it goes right by the 9 and in. A great shot from Breen there. Marcellus has got a pretty tough shot here in the side. You gotta make it. Good try, just tittied out there. Boltzy surveying the table here. Looks like he's going to go after this 9 ball first. He likes the 9 ball. And Boltzy's not going to miss that. He puts it in. Leaves Bobby the 10 ball. Bobby can either roll with this or draw back for the combo. Okay, got the combo next. A great shot by Bobby there. Gets his ball out. Boltzy's gonna have 1 shot only.
Never get to. I'm sorry I left you. Sorry that I never get to. Hold on, my little nephew. Stevie, I'm sorry I missed you. Worries I didn't get to. Hey, the dad I wanted to be to you. Things I wanted to see you do. This is my song from me to you. Sorry I can't, but I'm just so defeated. God, what the fuck you want me to do? Somebody save me from myself. I spent so long living in place. They say my lifestyle is bad for my health. It's the only thing.
At home, it's in. Marcellus is up next. Got a chance to do some damage here. You're low, bro. You're low. They saved him. They saved him. Marcellus is just doing a lot of technical work, making sure sound levels are okay and video's all good. Good lead there for the 1 ball here. Breen pops it all the way down. Marcellus will like what he sees on the 6. Just gonna pinch this with a little bit of left. That's a perfect shot. Oof, 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 ooh. He tried to finesse it to just have it in the side. He ran into it. And now we got a situation. Bradley McGarvey, it's definitely been a fun match thus far. We're glad to be out here at the 5th Ward Athletic Club here in Lebanon, Pennsylvania on Christmas Eve afternoon here. Come on out. You want to watch these guys? You want to get involved in a match? We'll hook you up. We'll set you up. We got Dave Barr slinging drinks at the bar. The kitchen's open here. Got a good food selection here. And Breen's going for a kick shot and scratched. Bobby Day's got ball in hand. That's a dangerous thing, especially with some ducks. We always say there's no such thing as a duck. But these look like ducks. As long as you don't get behind the 3 ball here, you land just about anywhere on the table. Boltzy says, I want to make it hard today on Bobby Day. He might have it. No, he hooked him. He hooked him bad. That's... Oh, Boltzy just should have shot this green one, but to each their own. Bobby's in tough shape. Oh, he put you in the grinder, Bobby. That's not your fault, bro. Tough leave, Boltzy. Let's see if Breen can capitalize here. And if Marcellus makes this 8-ball, we're going to have a tie hockey game. And we do have a tie game, 1-1. Tough match. Tough one there for you. Or this ball up here. Bobby's not happy. He's going wild. He's right. I would have shot the green ball, but we're all here to have a good time. Bobby is a competitor. He loves to win. He's been playing this game for probably longer than 40 or 50 years. 40 years, I'll give him. And he doesn't like to lose, especially if it's not his fault. I don't think anybody does. But hey, we're ready for rack number 3, and here we go. Breen's rearing up. Gives him a whack. The 1 ball goes in. Got a couple balls come up the table. And including the cue ball. It's left an absolutely straight shot on the 5. Boltzy's eyeing it up here. Looks like he's going for the 10. And he missed. Breen puts another stripe in. Marcellus is back up to the table. We got a lot of ugly groupings in this rack. I don't think it'll be a 1 or 2 inning game here. But a good shot in the side. Marcellus said that's what you think. We're going to try to run this out. Oh, if you can make the 13 and the 10, you could shoot that 9 and possibly break the 15 and the 8 out in the same shot. It would require a lot. All right, they got an angle on the 10 that's going to bring that cue down. Marcellus is lining it up, putting it in with good English, a good draw. Bit of an unlucky hide, but I believe Breen can shave that 9 and get a good hit on that and send it towards the 6-15 grouping. And maybe get some separation on that. I can't see if it's behind the ball or not. If that 4 has him entirely hooked. Is it the 4? Sorry, the 2 ball down there. The 2's down there. Good creativity there by Breen. He gets both of his balls out of there. But now Bobby Day has a very good table. Brought that back a little much. Boltzy's gonna have a tough time if he goes for that 6. He's gonna pick something else. I think Boltzy, alright, he's gonna fire away at this. And he's made a good shot. The cue comes. 3 rails, kicks the 4, and sits absolutely money for that 4. Bobby Day with a little pump fake. He resets. Gets an angle on the 5 here to make this and bounce down for the 7. A great shot by Day. Bobby Day is in, I believe he's an APA 7 yet. I'll have to ask him. Oh, there's no such thing as a duck, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a perfect example of it there. Just looking ahead, wanting to have a leave on the 7. Jumping up a tad. We love you though, Boltzy. Come on. He'll regroup and be back, don't worry. And Marcellus has got a case of the rattles. Bobby Day says, I'm going to make this in the side. I'll bounce for you, Boltzy, and I'll leave you perfect. Come on. Boltzy's going to just have to draw this back with some mustard and some might, and Bobby will make that 8. If he just gets him back to the side pocket, Bobby will make it. He'll get him past the side. He gets him past the side pocket, all the way down midway, past midway. Bobby Day's not going to miss this. Bobby Day puts it home. Good shot. 2-1. Bobby, are you a 6 or a 7 in APA 8-ball these days? Okay, Bobby's a 6 in 8-ball. And you?
Yeah.
You're a 4 in APA 8-ball? Oh, so we have a 6 and a 4 against a 6 and a 4. This is a perfect matchup. So Bobby Day is a 6, Eric Boltz is a 4, and Marcellus is a 6, and Breen is a 4. It's a 10-on-10 handicap, straight race to 5. Two to 1, the Grumpy Old Men lead it. Let's see what Boltzy does here. I believe 8-ball breaks count, and has he done it here? Yeah! A Christmas edition special. Eric Boltz with an 8 on the break. You get a free drink.
Yeah. Boring.
Yeah, hate to tell you, you got a rack again. And just like that, it's 3-1. An 8-ball break. Good technique. Boltzy was hitting bottom English from the right side, hitting the second ball in, and that 8 came flying out. That's absolutely a skill shot, not a luck shot. I promise you, I don't care what Sean Kreiser says. Great shot, Eric Boltz. A free drink. Bobby Day does it again, but the cue ball flew off the table. Unbelievable. Here at the 5th Ward, we got back-to-back 8-ball breaks, and one of them flew off the table. And just like that back, it's now a 3-2 score. Wow, we got action here. I haven't seen that in a while. Bobby, that shot in like it had a magnet with eyes on it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Back-to-back 8-ball breaks, but only one of them counted for a win.
Oh, I saw the cue ball jump off.
Wow. Bobby, did you hit the second ball or the head ball? They both hit the second ball in, and back-to-back shots put the black in. Someone show Sean Kreiser. He says it's not a skill shot, but it is. Maybe he's just not skilled enough to do it. Breen says I'm going to do my best attempt to get the 8 going, and that just missed in the side. What's going on here? You guys are getting all your 0-inning games out of the way here so that the APA don't have to move you up a skill level on a match?
He says that's a luck shot.
Kreiser says it's a luck shot, yeah. And he's wrong because you just saw it back to back when you aimed for it and you did it. You just, yep, the sweet spot. Absolutely. All right. All right, back to reality here. A normal rack. Breen's going for a kick shot on a stripe. And he manages to hit everything except one, but he hits the 4 ball. Well, at least you opened up your 13-15 by moving the 4, but now you blocked the 10 and the 14.
As a flag, coaching, outside interference, and yards.
And Boltzy's not going to miss that 7 ball there. Puts it in. Bobby Day says, let's go shoot these fish in a barrel. Ooh, a rare miss from Day. But he's left the cue ball in a good spot because we got some traffic. We got some sleds in the way. Marcelus calls the 14 ball back at him. All right. Got it moving, and he's like, Boltzy, you can have fish in a barrel. Here you go. Man, that's a dream table to get up on right now for low ball. Pulls it back a tad bit here. Bobby's going to shoot this 5. He puts it in no problem. Oh, Boltzy overcuts the 1 ball just a bit there. And he's left Breen pinched with no shot except for this ball up top here, and he's going to be shooting over a ball for it. Breen fires away, makes a good cut shot. It's rolling, 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 rolling. Marcelus wanted that 12 to break out the 13-15, and he does just barely have it still. It is razor thin. He's made it and got separation, but he's bounced all the way across table. Breen's going to have tough sledding here. There's really no place to hide unless you could tap the 15 and leave the cue right behind the 13. You pull that off, you might deserve to win this rack. He has gone for that. Has he pulled it off? I believe it's a good shot. He did snooker Bobby Day. Bobby's got to bank the 3 ball. He's gone up, no hesitation. The 3 is on the way. Bang! No problem. Bobby's saying, I want to be MVP of this match today. He's showing us why now, except for that 8 ball scratch and break on the break. Boltzy rolls the 4 in, and Bobby's thinking, thank God. Bobby's got the 2 ball. Leaves him the 1. Shows him where he wants to get left back. Boltzy, you better put it there. He's going to have your head. Boltzy does put the left spin on the ball, but he puts it in the side pocket. A tough break for Boltz there. He's had a couple of them so far. Alright, Marcelus makes the 15. Let's see what Breen can do. Just want to make it and bounce over. Just make it and bounce over. Marcelus will make it from anywhere you land. Oh, I might have lied to you. I said he'd make it from anywhere you land. And you landed about as worse as you could there. Marcelus says, I don't care where you leave me. We're going to tie this match up at 3. A great shot there. And we have a tie hockey game once again here at the 5th Ward. I shouldn't have lost a rack. We are already on rack number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Rack number 7 already. Got some spectators beginning to pour in here to the 5th Ward. Open till 6 p.m. today, from my understanding. The kitchen is also open. I would already ordered something to eat, but I don't want to be munching in everybody's ear. Y'all can bring me some cookies and milk later tonight. Ho, ho, ho! Alright, Marcelus has a clean look at the 13, and the stripes are pretty ideal. Actually, both groupings are good. No problem there from the kid, Marcelus. I shot with Marcelus for about a total of 10 years on different teams and APA leagues, and definitely my best pupil I ever had. He grows his game. He listens to instruction well. He's a great defensive player, a great smart defensive player. You don't have to make a tough, crazy offensive shot all the time. You can play a snooker and get ball in hand on your opponent and then make it easy for yourself. Marcelus is really good at that. Mike Betts is really good at that. Rest in peace, Betsy. Ray Mitchell's really good at that. Oof. Marcelus left Breen tough to get on the last ball after he makes this shot. He might have to go all the way up and back. Yeah, he was trying to go. Tough break. Bobby Day puts the 6 ball in. And he leaves Boltzy the 7 ball. Let's see if Boltzy can bear down here. Start putting some good shots together. Bobby Day tries to walk the 5 all the way up. And says Merry Christmas instead. Marcelus, take that. Alright. Well, Marcelus called it in the corner. He might as well. You might make it 2 out of 100. Get a good hit on this. It's all you want. You don't want to give up ball in hand here. He's got to get a good strike on that ball. And he does. A good hit and a good stick right on the 4. Nice shot. Boltzy's going to play a defense here. He's drawing the cue to keep it there, to not leave a shot. And he's tied up the 9, but Breen's just going to go for the bank here. And if you do, you want to put high English on this, so the cue follows suit, hits the rail the 9's going into, and bounces out and down, so you actually have a decent shot on the 8. So you'd want to be putting top English on this. I guess you could draw the heck out of it like that, and just barely miss to get down. A valiant effort. Had he made it, they would have had the rack. But Bobby Day says not so fast, as he bears down for the 4. Fires away. Don't tell me it's going to get him again. No, it doesn't. It stays up, and Boltzy's got the 5. Just don't get behind the 9, Boltzy. All right, Bobby. It should be good enough for Bobby Day to make this one and come over, and Boltzy will slam dunk the 8. Bobby's just got to make it without scratching. He made it! No! It's scratched! Tough break. A very tough break. Marcelus has ball in hand on the 9. Tell you what, these guys were down 3-1. If they finish this up, they're going to be leading at 4-3 and needing one more for the first set. And Marcelus bounces. He says, could you bounce with me? Bounce with me. And as long as Breen doesn't forget how to play here, they're going to lead it. And they lead it. The Grumpy Old Men take a 4-3 lead. What? No, you're not. Oh, you are Stars and Stripes. My mistake. You gotta put the names with slashes. No one out there knows who's who.
Hey, they're both older than us.
They're both older than you? Boltzy, how old are you?
47.
You're 47 and you're?
44.
And you're? I'm the youngest one here. I'm 40 and I'll be 41 in July. Okay. Bobby Day says break 'em. Eight ball break. Marcellus is calling it. Let's see. Oh, that is karma, my friend. The other team gets it and you rack, yeah. Oh, a miscue on the break. 3 balls didn't hit a rail. 4 balls didn't hit a rail. How many have to hit? 3 or 4? 4? Does a cue count? All right. Well. And the 8 doesn't move, that's correct, but he has made a ball. And he's left Bobby Day in a mess. And he's kind of been doing that frequently during this match. But Bobby Day had a couple shots too, didn't go his way, but that's to be expected. We're on the 8th rack already here at the 5th ward. Tia Demon, Merry Christmas to you. Thanks for joining us. I'll add you to the Shays group chat we have for these links to be posted. Merry Christmas to you and your pool team and your family. Out at Gary's bar. I wonder if Gary's is open today. Boltzy got the cue pinched against this 8. It's going to be looking probably to get the 3. I guess you could go for the 5 here as well. Get the 5 and get your 4 ball separated. That seems like a winner. Yeah, real soft. Good enough, good enough. Bobby Day should be happy about that. Bobby's going to go for the 3 ball here. He does. He bounces up and around magnificently for the 6. That's a nice shot there. And now all of a sudden, look what we have here. A little make here, a little make there, and we could be all square. Boltzy says, alright, I'm done overthinking this. I'm just going to shoot this and make it. And leave you right there. That's what that body language told me. Alright, he comes back. He has the 1. And if Bobby can just get him on the 4, they could have this rack quick, fast, and in a hurry. Bobby Day does pull it back. 13 comes down, and Boltzy can see it. He can do something to it. Alright, he chose to leave them on the bottom rail. The 4 ball, I think maybe it just will not go by the 15 by a hair, even if you cheated it. I'm bending my body to try to see an angle, and the 4 is going to have to go somewhere else. Ooh, Breen rattles the 11 and spit it out like the clown in Happy Gilmore. Bobby, is he going to make a liar out of me? No, the 4 just wouldn't go. It wasn't there. He would have been better off tapping it soft and getting it as close to the pocket as it could to block those other stripes. Now it's ugly up against the rail and you left fish in a barrel. And for the first time today, we're going to have the use of a bridge. Wow, it's got to do a lot of things with that bridge. Probably even fit some boats underneath of it. Marcellus just says, I'm going to make it and leave you here and see what we got next. Either one of them balls on the side, 14 preferably, or you can fire away at the 11 ball. You got to separate that 9-14. Yep, I like the call here. And Breen makes the 9. A good shot on it. Marcellus is going to have the 12 or the 15 next. And Marcellus makes a 15. Gets some bounce. Breen's got the 12 ball next. Well, when you make this 12, you probably want to draw it to get it to the other side of the table in case you miss, so they don't have the 14 straight down. And he did just that, and he made it. A nice shot. Cello has called the 11 ball on a snapshot here. Oof, and he rattled it around the sliding board, but he gets a fortunate kick. Kicks the cue ball all the way back across the table. Boltzy's got a chance to put Bobby on the 8, but it's a tough cut. Boltzy had a few shots earlier like this that he overcut. Let's see what he does here. Undercut this time. A good try. And now Breen steps up to the plate. with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And he makes the 10 ball and doesn't scratch and kicks the 14 all the way down. And Marcellus can just shoot the 11 and have the 14 if he so pleases. And I think that's what he's going to want to play. He's lining it up. He fires away, makes it. 2 rail bounce. Perfect angle for the 14. Breen can do a lot of different things here to get Marcellus on the 8. I'd probably just be looking to pull this back with a little bit of draw and shoot the 8 right over in that other corner. Breen makes it and rolls and gets pretty straight on it. Marcellus is going to have a shot to win the first set if he makes it without scratching. Shannon Rodgert, thanks for joining us. Marcellus is trying to win the first set here, and he does. It's a devastating snapshot. And the Stars and Stripes win the first set 5-3. And we had 2 8-ball breaks, one that was good and one that wasn't, and they were right back to back. Shannon, sorry I forgot about you, bro. I will add you to the group chat also when this telecast is over. Alright, these guys say we're just jumping into the second set. We don't need any breaks. We don't need any drinks. We're ready to go. Bobby Day's certainly ready to go. He says, we're going to come back and win this. We should have won the first set. Breen gives it a good whack, and he pots a ball in the corner. Pots another one in the side, and leaves the cue directly in the middle of the table, which is what you teach. Marcellus has a nice selection here. Low ball are the ones to take. They have it. They have it every which way. The stripes are ugly. Oh, but Marcellus rushed it and he missed it.
That's strategic.
Pardon me, it is still an open table and Bobby is surveying it. Going for the 4 on the side. And a good bounce back and over for the 6 ball. Nice shot there by Day. Marcellus slides up table. Going to leave Bobby his choice of the 3 or the 5. Is Bobby going to try to break this out? You would need some right spin on it. He does break it out. And he even made the 15. It would have been left lovely. But he didn't make the 3 ball. And now Breen's left a shot on the 13. Directly with an angle to run right into the 14 and get separation on your 2 stripes there all of a sudden. Oh, and he rattles it. And leaves a nasty leaf frozen right on the 5. See which way he shot and how it threw that? Alright. Boltz gets out of dodge. And says, your stripes are all tied up. I know you're not going to get out from here, Marcellus. So I'll just get my 5 out, and we'll leave you right here. Marcellus is called the 13 on a carom. He's going to hit the 11 ball first. He does, and he makes it a great shot. But he snookers himself. Or he snookers his partner, Breen. During the next break between racks, I'm going to have to get Brandon to turn his sweatshirt on. That's what... Turn his sweatshirt on, not in a inappropriate sense, but to turn it on because it blinks. It's got lights in it. He's caught a 2-rail shot. And that's a foul. Bobby Day takes the 2 and brings Boltzy up table. And suddenly the grumpy old men have a strong hold on this rack. Boltzy makes it no problem. Bobby's just going to bounce this around and underneath the 11. Great shot. Boltzy just got to do a little bit with this and get a shot on the 8. And these guys can go up 1-0 here. He puts it in, bounces nice, and Bob's got a pretty decent shot. A great look for Bobby. I'll give him a 95% make opportunity there. And he makes it and keeps the cue on the table. And the grumpy old men are going to take a 1-0 lead. Frankie D in the building. What's going on, Frankie D? We're out here at the 5th Ward Athletic Club in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, watching a highlight match between Marcelus Vasquez and Brandon Breen, and they're taking on Eric Boltz and the great Bobby Day. Hope you're having a fine day wherever you may be tuning in with us today. MVP TV, Marcelus Vasquez Productions running the show here today. And in the match, like Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro, he owned the team and he played. Boltzy says, let's try to get that 8 moving again, and we are, but it ain't going to go in, but a couple of other things are, and we're going to have the first shot of this rack. Bobby Day gets out of his chair, and here he comes. Bobby's lining up the 13 ball, makes it no problem. Boltzy makes the 15 and pulls it back. Great shot for Bobby to have possibly the 11 ball to get in there. Yeah, he can. Got to put high on this, run into the 3 and the 4 to move it, to have the 14. I'm surprised he doesn't take it. Once the 10 ball's dead for now. There must be something down there he doesn't like with how that was going to bounce. And a tough back cut. And he missed. That'll bring Marcelus back up to the table here. It's not really ideal for either category. I guess stripes might have a bit of an advantage, but not much. And Marcelus makes a great cut from the middle of the table. A nice shot there. Breen's eyeing up this 5 ball. Careful, because this cue's going to bounce and come back down towards you, but I'm sure he won't scratch on it. A nice shot there by Breen, indeed it was. And no one wants to take a shot at that cluster down there. Break that out. They're shooting all the lonely balls. Marcelus makes a great shot, but gets snookered on the leave. And Breen is giving it a stare down. He's got some tough choices to make here on what he wants to do. And just a tough spot to be in here. Again, you don't want to just whack it and break them all up to get a good hit. You would want to hand the cue ball over before you want to do that. Force your opponent. Breen fires away, and he makes what he called on the side, the 3-ball. An unbelievable shot there, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe my eyes. An absolutely amazing shot there by Breen, the shot of the match so far today. He leaves Marcelus kicking like Jackie Chan, though, and he kicks it in the middle of the table. And now the grumpy old men are coming back to the table. If they're the grumpy old men, which one would be Jack Lemmon and which one would be Walter Matthau? I think Bobby Day would be Walter Matthau. A good snapshot by Boltzy, but he gets a kick off the 8. No! And down the chute it goes in the side pocket. This table surely rolls. And Breen puts the 7-ball in, leaves Marcelus the 4. He's figuring out what he wants to do. This is going to be a drawback of sorts because the 8's not going to go anywhere else. He's going to have to draw the heck out of it. He did, and he rattled it. And he got perfectly on the 8 if he would have made it. An unlucky break for Cello there. That English, that massive amount of English, caused the object ball to have some spin on it, and it spun all around and out of the pocket, and now Bobby Day's going to leave you kicking. Or not. He might have left it. He might have left him open. He did. He left him a shot. Breen makes it. Comes around. And Marcelus is on this 8-ball, and he makes it. And the Stars and Stripes have tied it at 1. One here in set number 2. And Breen's ready to give him a whack here in rack number 3 of set number 2. Ooh, a dry break, and that one might have to get re-racked, perhaps? I think 3 hit the rail there. Only 3.
It was like an impromptu senior center. Yeah.
Someone will rewind it and see if see if 4 hit. Apparently only 3 hit. They're going to re-rack it. Boltzy's going to try to get this 8-ball moving again. Marcelus, if Frankie D comes in, can we get him in some kind of match today? Okay, yeah, come on out. We'll get you in a match. It ain't going to be against Sean, though. He's not available till after hours tonight.
They close at 6.
Yep, they close at 6 o'clock today, Scott. So just get here by 4 o'clock at the latest, and that would give you enough time. We'll have you shoot somebody. Boltzy's shooting this 7-ball here and makes a good shot. All right, they are out ahead in this one. And Bobby just does what he can, gets it close. That was the right play. If you can't make your balls, try to get them close to a pocket, or try to get them to block a pocket. We always used to say when we set a ball up for next shot, you made arrangements. You made arrangements. All right, you didn't make it, but you made arrangements. You know, that can be just as good sometimes. All right, Marcel's going to bank this 9-ball, and if he misses, he doesn't care because he's going to leave them all the way up table. Ooh, and it hit the 4-ball and helped him a little, unless Boltzy can get to that 4. If he can combo the 5 somehow, some way. He has called the 5 on a combo. The cue's going to bounce. Ooh, he just gets it. The other side of it. He got rail first and sent it all the way back up table. And put the 13 in front of the 5. Funny how that worked out. Wow. Couldn't do that if he tried it a million times. Breen puts the 9-ball in, rolls underneath. Marcelus is going to have something to shoot at back up top. It's called the 15 in the side here. And Marcelus makes it, kicks his balls out a little, leaves Breen a combo if he wants to take it, 11, 5, 13, or he can shoot the 10. Breen makes the 10. I think Marcelus will probably go for the combo here, as there's not much else to shoot at, aside from banking the 11-ball. He's called the combo, the triple combo here. Oh, no, he tried a ricochet combo, and it didn't work out, but it's still tied up. Stripes still have an edge on this wreck. Bobby Day makes that, brings that cue ball down the table real quick. Eric Boltz, what you gonna do here? You could just tap it and leave your 5 a duck and leave them shooting all the way up, but you gotta do it super soft. You don't want to try to make it, because you're not going to make them both. Alright, he does that. He leaves a 5. I would have liked a little more bounce on the 5, so it was an absolute duck. It's sitting frozen on the rail. That can be a tough shot sometimes still. You gotta get on a certain spot on the table to make that. And Breen's called the 12 on the side. I'm sorry, he's called it in the corner. Couldn't see where he was pointing to. Nice shot. He's Marcelus absolutely Gucci on the 11. Marcelus makes it. Good speed. And Breen's going to have his pick at the corner of the side here on the 14 to try to get his team on the 8 ball. He's called the side pocket. If you miss, you'll leave more of a shot. He made it. No miss. Perfect on the 8. Stars and stripes are going to shine again. Stars and stripes win it. Brandon, can you turn your shirt on and stand in front of the camera for a second so they can see your light up shirt? This is the camera. Yep, just right. Yep, there we go. Breen's got it. The Cowboys, they beat my Buccaneers the other day. I don't like it. We don't like it. You ruined your draft pick for no reason. Shame on you. Never guess what I just found in the trash can over there. Breen set to give this rack a crack. Breen whacks him. I'm away from the table, getting another soda at the moment. But he gets a beautiful spread on it, and Marcelus has got some options here. Marcelus trying to shave this 6 in. He does. And he gets a good leave in position on the 3. Another soda when you... Yeah, please. Could I have a little more ice also? Please and thank you. Thank you. Okay, we are ready to rock and roll, stroll, patrol, and stay gold. Here we are. They're going for a run if he can make the 4 and put Marcelus on the 5, and he does. And Marcelus is going to have this 5. It goes right by the 14. Marcelus just said, oh boy, because he knows if he makes this, they could have him already. Heck, I just got my drink and got back to the table. Oh, it went in. I believe it was within the 5 seconds still. I believe it counts. It's good, Marcelus.
I did walk away.
Okay. The ball fell in, after Marcellus walked away. Very interesting, and they're going to be courteous, and they're going to spot it. That is very interesting. Apparently that ball wasn't done moving yet.
No, I think it just.
Bobby says, we're going to try to leave you over here, and he pulled it off. He leaves him absolutely nothing on the 6th ball. Going for a 3 rail is Breen here. It was headed straight to make it, but the 12 ball got in the way, and it's a foul. Ball in hand for the Grumpy Old Men. The Grumpy Old Men. And they're going to be real grumpy if they don't win this rack. They're going to be down 3-1, and they need this set. They have to have this. And Eric Boltz just missed ball in hand. It looks like they definitely can make it rail first. They might not have clean contact through. Marcellus is looking at just that. Rail first. You got to do it soft, so you just come up a little bit off the bottom rail to have that 8 back over in the other corner. Let's see what he does here. He does it right. Perfect. And leaves Breen a shot on the 8. And the cue should be safe for the most part, unless you ricochet off the 10 in the side. Oh, it was halfway down and dropped. Did not drop. And Bobby Day makes a fish in a barrel. Look at this spread for stripes. They need this. They have to run this. They can't miss again. They can only give this back if they're playing a sure defense. Boltz wanted to draw that back a little closer for Bobby. Bobby's going to go after the 11 with high and bounce off the bottom rail and come back out. Gets a little smooch on the 10, and Boltz should have the 12 ball. Boltz makes the 12 and comes over. Bobby's lining up this 9 ball with his little snapshot of bottom English. He doesn't miss these too often, but he did this time. But he's left the cue on the other side of the table, and Marcellus will more than likely only have a bank to attempt here. And he's called it back at him. He fires away. It looks good. It's center cut. And Stars and Stripes take a 3-1 lead here in the second set. The Grumpy Old Men, I feel like they just need to have one good rack where they shoot it out and get out on it and put some pressure on Breen and Marcellus back and let them know they're here and get back in this race. And you're running out of real estate if you're going to do that. They're up 3-1 on you. They only need to make it to 5 to win in 2 sets. So look for Bobby Day and Boltz to be frantic here and throw the kitchen sink. Breen gives him a good whack. He gets another kick on that 8. Sends it over to the side pocket. And he scratched. Boltzy's lining it up to take this 2-ball first. Oh, and he missed it. He's just overcutting several balls today. Just overcutting them. You're good, bro. And Marcellus makes a good shot on the 15. He puts it in the side, no problemo. Breen fires away and whacks the 13 and makes it and separates all his balls, and they might be able to run him. Oh, and Marcellus unexpectedly fouls. It only happened because that guy was talking to him during the shot. Do you see how far that goes? Marcellus was slightly distracted as he stroked that last ball. And Bobby Day says, we got to make them pay now. Come on, we got them. We got them. Our balls are good. Come on, Boltzy. Just be pedestrian here. Oh, Boltzy's just struggling. He missed a duck again. That's why there is no such thing as a duck. Boltzy, you won't miss that shot the next 1,000 times you shoot it. Breen's got this bridge extender out. I really like the bridge on wheels, though. I love the bridge on wheels. Scott Long had that out the other day, and that thing is phenomenal. It allows you to keep your stick level. Even with that bridge there, your stick's coming in angled, and it's hard to get it completely flat. With that little bridge on wheels, you can keep your stick flat, make a length of the table shot, get where you need. Marcellus sure didn't want to be there. It's a scratch, and Bobby Day is thinking, can we just win a rack, please? Bobby takes the combo, no problem. He says, here's a baby for you, Boltzy. Can you burp him? Boltzy makes the 3 and leaves it right there. Nobody wants to lose a match, especially not around Christmas. Bobby's going to go for this 4-ball. I thought he might take the 5. Oh, all they had to do was make it, and they didn't. And Breen's left tough, though. He's going to have to thin slice this 10-ball and hope that cue comes over to give him something on his balls over there. And he's overcut it. Cue goes several rails, and the grumpy old men are back up and at it again here. And that 4-ball just will not go in the pocket for you guys. I can't believe how many times I thought that 4 was going to drop, and it stayed up. So now Marcellus He's got 3 things to shoot at, but they're all blocked. All right. All right, can the grumpy old men finish up a rack? Bobby's going to shoot this 5 in the side and hope the cue don't drift down on him too much. And it did. But they should still be all right. If Boltzy can just power this cue ball out on this 4-ball shot, you got to bring the cue up the table. He can't leave it down there. He's going to blast it. Oh, and it didn't go in again. Is it like a force field or a magnet on that ball or something? Seriously, that thing should have been in 4 times. So now back to square one. They each got 3 balls on the table. And Breen has spotted a shot on the 9. He just makes it past the 8 by the skin of his teeth. And Marcelus is going to try to pound this 10 right past the 7 and leave a shot on the 12. All right. Breen just rolls this ball straight into the side pocket with a little high on the cue and a little tink. We'll see what we get on that 8. Breen is lining it up. He's staying down. He stayed down. He rolled, and he got right up on it. Right directly up on the 8. And Marcelus doesn't have many options here. Bobby Day's telling him how to shoot it up and back if he wants. From the side, and Breen is giving his 2 cents. They're playing it safe. He did not scratch on it. He tried to back bank at him.
I wanted to make sure I didn't scratch there.
And now Bobby's finally going to pound this combo. Don't scratch, cue ball. And it didn't. And Boltz has a good eye on the 6. He just needs to calmly make it come off the bottom rail. Calmly. And back up to the middle of the table. He fires it and comes all the way back up the table and snookers Bobby. Bobby's called a kick back at him, I believe. He kicks it. And he leaves the cue the length of the table for Breen, with a chance to put his team up 4-1. Breen fires away, misses it, and nearly sends it in the wrong pocket. And Boltzy has a final chance at redemption here if he can make this all the way up and roll the cue up. Bobby would surely make the 8. You just got to make it. Boltzy fires away, and the 4 finally goes when they absolutely needed it most. They finally make that 4-ball. Bobby's just got to make this. We need you, Bob. Oh, he titties it and makes it. And the grumpy old men won't be as grumpy as they get another rack up on the board. It's 3-2. Good job. This is an entertaining match, that's for sure. A little bit of everything in this one. These balls, I think they're going in and they rattle like they go around the pocket and come out. The 4-ball 4 different times there. All right, so we're 3-2 here in set number 2. Stars and Stripes won the first set, 5-3. And now Boltzy's breaking. He's been getting some good 8-ball movement on his break so far today. And he busts this one up. And 2 balls drop, both low. The table is still open, though, as we play Shays League rules. And it's always open after the break, even if you made five of one category and none of the other. It would still be open. Bobby whacks it and almost sinks his own battleship right away as the 8 just came flying in and out of the side pocket for no reason. Ruh-roh. They dodged a huge bullet there already. Boltzy skips the 6-ball on in there. Bobby's called a back bank at him on the 1, and it should get its 5-ball broken out as well. Oh, it didn't break the 5, but it still put it in a favorable position, blocking 2 other stripes. Marcelus shooting this ball on the side here, rolls it in. Breen puts the 9 in, no problemo. Can I get a roll call in the chat box? Who's with me? Type I for a free beverage. Marcellus smacks the 14, comes out, but he's left it a little ugly on the 15 ball. It's not ideal. It's a severe cut, and they're going to probably have to play safe here. Breen deciding what he wants to do. He's very creative with some of the offensive shots he draws up. And he lives up to his name, and he's creative there as he smothers the 5-ball, adding the black to a 2-stripe cluster on the 5. Boltzy's called this one in the corner here. And he laid up on it. He pushed the 1 ball. Brad, we got Breen and Marcellus against Boltzy and Bobby Day, and we got some bar patrons over at the bar. That's about it for now. There's another gentleman watching the match, another gentleman on a skill machine, and yours truly, Dave Barr, slinging drinks here at the 5th Ward. All right, so interesting here. The stripes are up. The stars and stripes are up. They're on their stripes. And there's not much to do here except a tap defense that doesn't open it up. And he tapped it and opened it up. I believe they can get in there. Bobby's called a bank on the 2-ball. Alright. He gets it off the ugly rail towards the side where he was. Leaves it up table. And Breen is going to have to figure something out. This will be interesting to see what he tries to pull off here.
Maybe 11-5.
I got to get up to get a better look on this. Breen lining it up, and he slow rolls it. He slow rolls it, and he tries to smother it, and it's tight. It's congested down there for sure. Could require a good skill shot to get on the 8. You could make the 1 soft, blast a 5 with a little back draw, make that 2 in the side, and come down and have the 8 where you made the 5. It's an option. He makes the 1, comes around, and Bobby Day's going to have to figure something out. Chris Beard from Those Effin' Guys has just come into the lobby room.
You gotta get another marker every now and then. Have like a round where somebody's marked that.
Oh, definitely.
Kicked out of YouTube.
Breen suggested in the future people be mic'd up when they shoot. I don't see a problem with it. Oh, I see a problem with that, though. Breen miscues, and he's going to give ball in hand.
That's not. Why would you say something like that, man? I gotta go somewhere else. I'm going to Cumberland Club. You don't have anybody else to cry? I ain't crying no blues, man. Diane might be in there waiting for you. Yeah, right. Oh, shit. No, that's a bad man. You're fucking with me. I thought I was going in the wrong bathroom.
Bobby Day makes the 2, but he put the wrong English on it and brought the cube back. And Boltzy's going to have to kick over and back. Boltzy's going to have an over and back kick here. Hey, Marcellus, look at that quick. Look at the angle of that. Let me look. See, look, Jimmy Cole would cut that ball right in. You see, he could sliver the 8. All right, Boltz is ready to fire this over and back kick. Not too hard because you don't want to make both balls. And if you miss, you'll probably leave a snooker. Oh no! He scratched. Tough one. Good try. Just a little inside left English on that last one to bring it here instead of back when you left on the 8. I know. Well, then if you're going that way, blast it that way, and then it goes. Now you guys are playing well. Hey, I'm just finding myself rooting for you. That's all. Oh, that's crazy unlucky to scratch on that ball. It looked like it was completely blocked from a scratch. Michael Mole, you can't run it like I run it. All right, so we have a... Bobby's talking strategy with me. Upset they didn't grab that last rack. They're still alive, though. They trail at 4-2 in set number 2. Marcellus and Breen are 1 rack away from sealing the deal here. Marcellus makes the 6 ball and gets a decent spread on this table. Breen is surveying the table, seeing what he has here, seeing what his best chance is to run out. And he likes that 11 ball. And he blasts it and makes it. A nice shot there from Breen. Marcellus is called to 13. Nice and soft. A little kiss off the 9. Leaves Breen right up on top to 15. He'll just shoot the 9 over. But you don't want to drift behind that 4 ball because you got to have this 15 back over next. It's got to be your next shot. It'll be too hard to get on it later. Or he can shoot the 15 first. I think he might do that, but you got to watch that double tap foul. Nice shot, Breen. Way to commit to that. Marcellus is on the 9. Just going to try to bounce this out. Yes, nice. High and hard shot there. Good, good, good. Whew. Would have been lovely to have the 12 there, but they come a little too far. And Brandon's going to have to go for this 14 in the side and try to leave a shot. That's tough. You got traffic down low where the cue's going to be dropping you to. But Brandon whacks it. Says, I don't care about that traffic. I'm going to bounce a couple times. Oh, and he nearly gets perfect on the 10. That would have been absolutely ridiculous. A very valiant effort there. And we got some deadly APA 4s in Lebanon County here. Marcellus is called the bank here. He banks it, ricochets and makes one of his opponent's balls, and he leaves him the 7 ball. Bobby Day, a good draw shot to bust that 4-8 apart. We're approaching 3 o'clock here at the 5th Ward Athletic Club in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. We're going to be here till 6 o'clock today. If you want to shoot someone or you want a highlight match, I believe we got a slot open. Come on in. We'll get you fixed up and squared away. And if you're shooting someone that's not your skill level, we'll be sure to adjust the races accordingly. How many racks you'll need? I'd like to see everybody come out. Give it a try. You don't have to bet $1 million. I think moving forward, everyone that participates is going to get a free drink also. I have to check on that. This is all very new. We're in the early stages. And Bobby Day is shooting this 5 ball. He makes it. He tried to break the 1 out. Couldn't get it. And now he's left Boltzy tough because he doesn't have much on the 1. And he doesn't have much on the 2 either. He's checking to see if the 2 is frozen. In all likelihood, to plan to play a defense. The ball is frozen. but they're still just going to play a D. Bobby wants him to leave the cue ball up here. Oh, he's going to call the 2 where he's at. That's right, because if you make it and you bring the cue up here, you'll have the 1 in the side of the corner. All right, he came in, he put the 2 on his opponent's ball, he ran into their other 1 and made it ugly. Interesting. Their backs are against the wall here. They got to cover them up, make sure they can't get out on them. This has got to be fascinating to you. All right. Breen tried to make that in the middle of the table. Just kidding. He played a planned defense. Bobby Day puts that 1 ball in, and now they're going to talk about some strategy here. He leaves the cue right up against the 8. Whew, hope he didn't take away contact to the 2. That would be devastating. You want to get a good hit, you want to hide the cue behind the 8 and launch the 12 over to the side rail, leave the cue on the bottom rail here, ideally. He plays a good defense. Can Marcellus get a hit on the 10? Can he sliver it? He can't hit the 12. And I think he might push the 2. He's looking at the 12. Got a couple different things. I'm not sure low ball could even make that with ball in hand without a bank. It just looks too tight. Marcellus has called a safe. And he left him the ball back over. He tried to leave him underneath that, but unable to. Bobby puts the 2 in. He says enough's enough. He comes back down. And if Boltz can just put this 8 in the side, we're going to have a 4-3 game. He's called it in the side. The side pocket will make or break your billiards game. Oh, and he misses it. And Breen's going to come up. Breen puts it in the side and leaves Marcellus juicy on the 12. Marcellus goes over and back and comes all the way over unexpectedly. They had a duck out, and now it's become somewhat troublesome. Let's see if Breen can end this race here and make this ball. Oh, he's called a bank. And don't you know the banks aren't open on the holidays? Oh, and they certainly aren't open as he scratched on it. And the rack will go to Boltzy and Bobby here. Bobby Day exhales a sigh of relief. They were about to be cooked there. This race would have been over, but instead it's 4-3. The first one and the last one are the toughest to get. The first one and the last are the toughest to get. Oh, Mr. Kreiser, I literally just came back to my chair because I went to go talk to Bobby because 2 balls come down in the ball return every time. I'll play you for a pack of crackers and a pack of crayons because that's about all your game's worth. Bring some cheese, though, for me. Kreiser, I was supposed to shoot you in a race to 9 today. But the place is closing at 6, so it's going to have to be rescheduled. Bobby Day with a dry break here. Scott Michael Krause, thank you for proclaiming the name of our Lord in the comments section. We love you. Breen, oh, sorry, Breen. Marcellus went for a triple combo there and came up empty.
I was like this. Came up empty.
And Boltzy's in the bathroom. We're going to have a brief intermission. We just want to give a shout out to the 5th Ward, Dave Barr, everybody here for hosting these matches, MVP TV, and his telecast and everything he's got going on. We got the live stream. We got the links. If you want to get in a match, you want to play someone, you want to call someone out, come on out. We'll get you hooked up. We'll get you set up. Shout out to Shays Vending and the Shays family, providing all these tables. Many, many years, Lebanon County. We're blessed to have you. And we're ready to play some highlight matches here, baby. Gino Vargas said I should have called timeout on Breen's 8-ball shot. Yeah, they wanted you to they wanted you to back cut it up here.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he knows he should have back cut it. He wanted to put the race away by a blast bank on the 8 too.
Obviously, I did.
Marcellus left you over too far. That was just a tap, and you guys are good. Pardon me, you guys are good. Here we go, Boltzy. They have an extra life.
That's pretty exciting. I've been hitting side pockets. I don't think I've hit the side pockets. Except that one when I tried to start it.
Bobby Day, and he rattles it home, the 3-ball. Draws it all the way over, and it's going to be interesting. Does Boltzy have a shot on anything? I can't tell quite yet. Eyeing it up. We got some ugliness with the 5 tied to the 13. 6 is in no man's land. We're jamming out to Nirvana here at the 5th Ward Athletic Club. Come on out. Have a drink. And Boltzy misses it and breaks out a couple balls. Going to leave Breen this 12, and we could have some action here. Breen's got the big ones, and we're going to see him fly here on the 12 ball. He makes it and comes over, and Marcel's going to have something on the 10, possibly the 13, unless that 6 has it there. It's tight. He's looking. He can. I believe he can. Can the 13 get by the 14? No, that's too tight. So he's going to call the 10. You just want to watch the cue. You don't want the cue to hit that rail and come back over and hit that 8 somehow on the side or hit that 1 into the 8. You just got to be a little guarded here. He's put spin on it to come down, and that's fine. That's a great leave. That's a great hide from a good, smart veteran player. He left himself a shot, and if he missed, he left you nothing. Breen's got ball in hand here. A couple different things he could be doing here. You got to break something out. With this first shot, you want to break your balls out. You want to have something to shoot at. Okay, he's going to start with a 9. But again, that 14, 13's not being addressed. And he missed ball in hand. All right, Boltzy's got a chance here. He's called the bank. It's straight in, but an unlucky scratch off the 7 ball. And Marcellus is now going to get ball in hand. Marcellus coming around the table. Okay, you might be looking at a 14-10 combo. You could just shoot the 14 on an angle and put the cue kind of where the 6 is with bottom right, make the 14, pop it out, and bang, the cue's going to run into the 13. And bust that out, and you have the 9 to shoot back at up the table. All right. He's going to shoot the 13 into the back of the 6 and hope to send that 13 into the 10. I like the creativity of this. At least it would leave him open. But it's missed the 6. Bobby Day said, that wasn't even close. What the hell was that? Oh no, no, Bobby scratches. So now I think everyone had ball in hand at least once this rack. And Breen's going to get it again here. Sure seems that way anyway. Come on, someone get me excited. Someone make a good shot. Someone make a good out. Here we go. What's Breen dialing up here? All right, he didn't miss with ball in hand that time, and Marcellus just wants to make this 10, bring the cue just to the middle of the table, and then bang 9, bang 15, bang 11, get you on your 13, and he scratched. No way! You can't tell me 3 times in a row with ball in hand. Just a shot before they were ball in hand, he got Gucci and he tried to come up too far. That's why I said you just wanted to leave it in the middle of the table, not risk the scratch, and then you had the 9 to shoot at, and the other 2 would be easy. And then you'd have to just get down the table on one of those other shots, and then you got it. So they're leaving the door open for the grumpy old men here. And the grumpy old men will gladly take it, because they need it. They're trailing this 4-3 at the moment. They're trying to get this to the hill. They're trying to get this to a third set. All right, Boltzy wants a 7. Bobby Day's looking over. He approves. He says, I'll shoot whatever you leave me. It's just a game, he says. That's right. We're here for a friendly good time. All right, Boltzy makes a good stop shot on the 7. It's just tough to get out, because where's that 1 ball going to go? Does it go by the 13? Is Bobby going to shoot the 6 and draw back and make him shoot the 1 up again in the same pocket? Come over there. What's he going to do? He's drawing it. And he drew it very perfectly. A great shot. One of the best shots today. He drew that around the 13, avoided the scratch, and leaves Boltzy a chance to get him on the hill. Come on. Boltzy rolls it, and it's true. And if Bobby can run this right up by the 13, we could be tied, headed to the 9th rack of this race. Oh, Oh, and he just overcompensated a bit too much. He didn't want to run into the 13. He makes it 96% of the time, and he missed it there. Claims that he's snake bitten, and I agree with him. But now Breen and Marcellus could have a cupcake out. And there it is. And that's all I wanted Marcellus to do earlier. Just leave the cue somewhere there, and then you'd have these three, and it could be slam dunk. See you later. He makes the 9. Breen should be able to pop this and come out a little. And he does. Leaves Marcellus on the rail. And Marcellus puts it in. And this could be the match. Oh! I said this could be the match. It was set to be the match. And somehow, some way, Breen followed it in and scratched.
I was ready to jump up and down.
We were all ready to shake hands and be finished, but not so fast. An inexplicable scratch on the 8. And I can't believe it, but it's 4-4 here. And Bobby Day and Boltzy, they have a chance to really not be so grumpy after all if they can come away with this rack. Is it because you heard that lady come up and say hello? Oh, okay. That lady's your good luck charm. You were about to lose. She came up. All right, we got more action here in this race. I thought that was going to be over. Never try to be predictive in billiards. Unless it's with your own game. Boltzy gives him a nice ride. We're in rack number 9 here in set number 2. It's 4-4. If Marcellus and Breen win this, the match is over. If Bobby and Boltzy pull it off, we'll go to a third set. Boltzy starting to get his stroke together now. Rolls the 2 ball in. Bobby's going to have this 5 ball to shoot out here. Bobby makes the 5. And he leaves Boltzy a pretty fairly easy combo on the side. Just roll the cue up a little so you'll have the 6 down. He did. A good bounce. 7 comes out. They have a shot on it. You can shoot the 7 now, Bobby. Shoot the 7 now, Bobby. With a little low right. Come over. Oh, don't even tell me. Shoo. Bobby rattles a 7, but he left the cue ball hooked on the 6, so it's probably a good thing he didn't make it or we wouldn't have had squat. Marcellus calls a safe. He tried to make the 7 ball, but he overcuts the 9, and Boltzy and Bobby Day have some ducks on the table. I'm sorry, these are absolute ducks, even though there's no such thing as a duck. Boltzy puts it home. Bobby goes right over to the 3. He says, I'm just going to make this. I'm going to roll up, and you're going to shoot the 7 straight up. Come on, Bobby. And he does roll past the 14. Now Boltzy's just got to make this and bounce that cue over and out and leave Bobby anything. Bobby's a good shooter. He can make that 8. Leave him anywhere up here. Don't get behind the 9. Give it some speed. He does. He kicks the 9. It's going to look beautiful for Bobby Day. Can Bobby win the set for them? He's anxious. He's happy. He's going to be stroking, and he makes it. And Boltzy and Bobby have won set number 2 and sent this to the hill. Hey, it's after 3 o'clock. You want to make this the last set a race to 2?
Make it to 3. Make it to
3. Race to 3. Last set's become a race to 3. Bob has to go to a doc appointment. So we're tied in sets, all square, 1 set apiece, and this last one's going to be a race to 3. This is a race to 3 in the last set. Stand by.
No matter where you are, where he was, somebody would always be yelling, "Holy crap, buddy!"
And we're back here in rack number 1 of the 3rd set, and a race to 3 in this set for all the cheese. Bobby Day makes a ridiculous shot on the 11, and Boltzy's got good eyes on the 9 here, and they're about to run this rack out. Boltzy is a little uncomfortable shooting over the 7 ball, but if you make this, the cue's just going to run right into the 2, and you're going to have the duck 8 back down, and Bobby's not going to miss that. Boltzy makes a good, strong shot. And Bobby prances on up there. They're starting to build momentum. They were down 4-2. They came back and won 5-4 in the 2nd set. And they have it. Is that a run? A break and run pounded here. Boltzy and Bobby Day, they have a run. And they lead it 1-0 here in set number 3. Good shooting, Bobby. Man, you're deadly, dude. There you go. That's the Boltzy I know. You were running right into that ball and having it back down. We know that. Let's go. There you go, buddy. Oh, he proclaims they have an 8-ball break and a break and run and an 8-ball break and scratch. So you made the 8 and then he broke the next rack? I thought it was alternate breaks.
It is, but I made the 8-ball and won the match. He got up, Bob got up to take the next, made the 8-ball and jumped the 2 off the table.
Right, but he's your teammate, so you guys both...
We alternated breaks.
Oh, I meant like between you and them. I thought you meant between them games. So winner breaks every time. All right. He was doing alternate break on the singles matches. All right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that happened like flash like lightning. All right, Krause, let's see if I can add you back. And Boltzy's calling his shot. Oh, I don't see the 8 move that time, but I heard 2 balls drop. Q's in a good spot, didn't scratch. Well done. All right, Krause, we got you back in now. Krause's back in, and we're in rack number 2 here. The Grumpy Old Men starting to come back here. A good walk there by Breen on the 12. Nice shot. Marcelus getting down here. Trying to roll that 11 in. He does, but he scratched. And Bobby Day's prancing around the table. And they got some momentum here. Momentum is very real in any sport. Hi, Christina. Merry Christmas Eve to you. We got a highlight match going on here. I am so sorry I forgot you, Christina. I will add you to the page now. And there you go. Voila. You're in there. You are a Shays shooter. You are in the group. All right, Breen is down on this 10, and he just tittied it in the side pocket. And they're leaving very favorable tables. Bobby can get the 6 pullback, the 5 goes in, all their balls are separated. The 8's not in a terrible spot. They can only take the gun out of their own hand. Ooh, kind of like that. Boltzy might have to take a shot at cutting this 1 ball. And that's what he's called. If he makes it, he'll bounce over and back twice and have the 5, I'd imagine. The overcut has got him again. Not many people miss the majority of their shots by an overcut. I'd say 90% of people miss their shots by hitting the ball too thick or too fat, getting too much of it. But Boltzy is an exception. He misses his shots on overcuts. I'll be sure to tell him that so he can work on correcting it. Breen hits it hard on the side, hits the 1, bounces back up. And Marcelus is giving some eyes to this 15. He says, we're taking it now. We need to win this. We need to tie this. He thin cuts it. A good bounce over with some good English. And a decent landing. There could be trouble if he just makes the 14, no, and the cue just runs into the 5. He would surely have the 9 back down in the other corner. You don't need to hit this hard. Oh, he got exactly the leave he wanted, but he didn't make the shot. Bobby lining it up, makes the 3 ball, comes all the way around, and he gets the cue out of the way of that 8, so Boltz can see this one. Boltz tried to cheat it and put high on it, 2 rails, and come out, and apparently it was just a little bit straighter than he thought, and he followed it in. And Marcellus and Breen will be looking to finish this rack out now. Thank you, Bob Kreider. Sean's always rousing me and giving me a hard time. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Merry Christmas to you, Bob Kreider. Wendy, God bless you, Wendy. Thanks for tuning in. Marcellus, a thin cut on the 8 and no scratch. And we have a tie score of 1-1 here in the 3rd set. Now a good shot by Cello. We're 1-1, and this again is not a race to 5 in the 3rd set because Bobby has to leave early. It's only a race to 3, saying hurry up, hurry up. We're tied at 1. Someone needs to win 2 racks from here to be victorious. Big shout out to the 5th Ward Athletic Club. Dave Barr and his associates here. Big shout out to Shay's Vending for providing the tables and everything else in here. We're happy to be here broadcasting live at MVP TV Marcellus Vasquez Productions. Running an amazing thing here from Lebanon. We're trying to grow this. We're trying to get exposure. We're trying to get you guys out to have matches. And we're off here in rack number 3 and set number 3. And Breen is lining it up, eyeing it up here. And he doesn't scratch, but he doesn't make it. Boltzy's got good eyes on this 9 ball here. Bobby's going to have a shot on this 14. He can choose to thread the needle on the side or go all the way down with it. Shooting over the 1 ball, it's certainly not ideal. He's gave it a heck of an effort and made it. And he got his teammate on the 11. That is a very strong shot there, ladies and gentlemen. Boltz makes the 11, comes back down table, runs into the 2 as a cushion. Bobby throws his hand like, what the heck am I going to do with this? Just try to shave the 10, Bob. Get a good hit. Don't hit the 1 going by, and he didn't. There you go. That's a good shot. Marcellus has called the 6 all the way down. Marcellus did an excellent job of hiding the cue ball, leaving it up table, whereas if you make your shot, you'll have a shot, but your opponent won't. That's called a two-way shot. A good hit from the back end, Boltzy, and he hooks his team up. He separates their stripes. That 10, he made arrangements for that 10 in the side if they get up again. And he put pressure on Breen here. Breen's going to fire at this 6 ball. Q's going to go whizzing right by the 1. He's going to blast it. There it is. A good bounce over. Goes right by the 7. Marcel's going to tap this 2 ball in here next. And he makes love to it very softly. Puts it in. Breen bearing down on the 5. You got to pop this cue ball out or leave it right there so Marcellus can shoot the 7 down softly and then have the 1 and the 3 ball as well. Marcellus should make this. He's very close proximity to it. That's going to get a good roll. Oh, big pockets, big pockets. He made it. He made it. This is a little stunt draw shot. If Breen can do that and save the cue and just pull it right back, you'll have the 3 in the same pocket and then the 8. Come on. It's a little jacked up. And he missed it. He missed it, but he made arrangements. So here, if you just want to shoot the 12 down, bounce the cue off the bottom and the side rail, come back out, you'll be tapping the 10 in the side and then slam dunk, and we're hanging on the rim on the 10. Let's see if Bobby does it, or will he take the 10 first? Bobby's got to go with this 12, 2 rails out, and Boltzy's going to put that 10 in the side. You got to go that way, Bob. Come on. He's lining up the cut. And he's changed his mind to the harder avenue. This is a harder avenue to get out now. He's going to bounce a couple rails, try to leave. Oh boy. Oh, and he gets very good on it. Can Boltzy make it and leave a shot? Just pull this back a little pinch off the rail. On a cut. Oh, he's called a bank. Every time you bank a shot, think of me and change your mind and cut it, please. Oh, and he missed it. He missed it. The cut was right there. He chose the bank and missed. Now their ball's ugly and they shouldn't see the light of day on it again this rack. Cello said enough's enough. We're putting a 3 in, leaving it there. Breen, I know you can make this. Breen makes it, comes down the table, and gets close to perpendicular. And Marcellus has called a thin cut, a thin slice. And Marcellus makes it in the corner with no scratch. And Stars and Stripes have thrown their hat at the top of this race, and they lead it 2-1 in a race to 3. They're 1 rack away. Breen stroking it, getting ready to bust this rack up here. Rack number 4 of set number 3. And his team is looking to put this away with a win here. He gives it a heck of a whack. He makes the 11 ball after the cue runs into it. Another ball went in up top. And another ball went in somewhere else. And Marcelus is going to shoot at solids. And he missed it. And it might be a good thing because the 3 and the 4 are very ugly. Bobby's going to want to take stripes here, and they need it. You got to shoot stripes, Bob. Shoot this 12 right here for crying out loud. Alright, Bobby's going to shoot at the 9 ball. It's just tough shooting off a rail. Good shot. He made it. They've claimed the stripes. Boltzy with a great little drawback shot. Gonna leave Bobby the 14 ball right here. No problemo. Oh, Bobby makes the 14, but of course it would hit the 12 ball on the way by and make the 12 ugly. Now Boltzy's got to hit this ball on the side, high and hard, come all the way out the bottom rail, bring the cue all the way back up, and hope to get in the window to have your tough stripe. Oh, there I go with the predictiveness again, and he's just going to backbank this instead. The cue's going to fly into the 6. A good try, a very good try. He would have had a leave on the 10 as well, yes, but they do have a stranglehold on the rack thus far. Do the stripes, the Grumpy Old Men. Breen Baron down here makes the 5, and might have gave Marcel something on the 4 or the 3. If not, he'll take the 1. All right. Oh, he's called the 1 with this shot. What in the world? Oh, good creativity by Marcelus there. Separates all their balls, but the 3 came over, and the 12 is now in the way of the 3. Bobby Day's called a back bank on the 12. Looking for it all. On a shot like that where it's got to come back towards you, you want to throw outside, opposite side English on that white ball. That'll get that object ball hitting the rail with some spin to come back the other side. If you put inside on it, it'll kind of stay inside in the middle of the table like that last one. Breen Baron down, good shot on the 7, great kick on the 3 there. Marcelus can just roll this in the side and have easy, smooth sailing. The 1 back over, next you roll up, boom, 6 in the side, stop, little drawback, boom, 4 next, then 8. And he blasts it 3 rails for no reason. See where we land, let's be fancy, and we get perfect! Breen giving this 1 a look. You better be careful because that could happen. I believe he moved the 4 with a stick and they have the option to put it back if they noticed. But they might not need it. If Boltzy can just pull this back like he did earlier to get it on the 8 in one of those wrecks earlier, Bobby will have that. But you got to pull it back pretty far. You got to pull this one back far He does. He will get by the 6, and Bobby's going to have something on it. If he's lucky, he'll make this, and the Q will run into the 4. Oh, yeah! Oh, it rimmed out, though. They would have had it. They surely would have had it. So now you want to go 4, bounce over a little, love tap on the 6 on the side. That brings the Q up table here for the 1, and then just make it. And that's it. And he blasts it again. He pulls it back and gets a big bounce. Whew. Now Breen's going to have to make a tough cut. And if he makes it without scratching or snookering himself, they're probably going to win. He did. He bounces. It comes all the way around. And it's going to be perfect. And Breen's going to have a chance at redemption. And Breen puts it in, and the match is over, and they're elated, and the Stars and Stripes have won. And a good clean match here at the 5th Ward. Brandon Breen victorious, Marcelus Vasquez. Their doubles record at the 5th Ward is now 1-0 exhibition. Eric Boltz, you had a mini slam, you were part of a run, you had an 8-ball break, you had a lot of excitement, you came back, but it just wasn't enough this time, and you fall to 0-1. Bobby as well, thanks for filling in, Bobby Day, you shot great. It was great entertainment. I hope you guys had a blast. And we are about to sign off for now until the next match. MVP TV Productions. Thank you to the 5th Ward. Thank you to the Shays. Merry Christmas to all. And to all a good evening for now. In Jesus' name.